Good morning. So, yesterday I made a video where I was pretty much talking about like every stressful thing that is kind of going wrong for me in my life recently. And the tone of the video was just like, I just want to complain. Like, I just want to sit down and lay everything out as a way to document like what the fuck was I going through on August 12th or August 13th. And after making that video, like legitimately, I was so stressed out. I really wasn't caring about anything before I made the video. But once I sat down and I really talked through and kind of realized like, oh, like there's a lot of stuff that's kind of messed up for me right now. It just made me feel super stressed out because I knew that I didn't want to try to come up with a solution for this stuff right now. I knew like, I just want to talk. I just want to be real and expose myself basically. I mean, it ruined my day. Like it genuinely, sitting down and making that video put me in such a bad space that like I just went and I laid down. I started that morning off like pretty good. I went for a walk with Haley because I mean I'm just starting to try to do that more recently. We both need to lose some weight and I have time to walk her now, so it's like I had the time before, but I'm willing to really make the time and make it a habit now. So what the hell, that lady does look like me. My mom just sent me a picture of a lady who looks like me, and I literally thought it was me for a second. I'm like, I looked at it. This is so off topic. I looked at this picture, and I'm like, when was I ever wearing a blue dress? No, that really does look like me. That's really funny. And I really rarely see people who look like me. But yeah, so like I was so stressed out that it fucked my whole day up. So, and I was like I'm saying, I was off to a good start. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna sit here. I think I sat down, I ate my breakfast, and I was like, cool, I'm gonna make my coffee next. But actually, let me sit down and like talk shit about myself, kinda, and like make a video. And that was a big mistake, grave mistake on my part. I literally should have just shut my mouth, not said a word about what was going on. It's okay because it is good to get something like this off my chest. And even if like I don't want to fix it right now, it's just good to document this and talk about what I'm experiencing right now, what I'm feeling. The amount of physical and like emotional stress I haven't felt like that in a while. And so I kind of just wanted to not necessarily sit in that, but I didn't have a solution. And in my head, like, yes, I can really quickly brainstorm like, oh yeah, I need to get another job. I need to work more. I need to, start doing what I can while I have this time off. I have all these ideas, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I want to put them into action right now because I'm tired of having to jump into action. Things don't always go wrong for me. Like, things don't go wrong for me so often where I'm always having to pick up the pieces and I'm always having to correct course. But I don't know. I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to have to deal with it. Thinking about everything that's going wrong is stressful enough, and I just wanted to have a break. Like I unintentionally gave myself a break by just laying in bed and watching YouTube all day. That was not my plan to de-stress, but I did what I felt I really wanted and what I needed in that moment. And for yesterday, for the day, I thought I was just gonna take a nap. But then I found some really interesting stuff to watch on YouTube. And girl, I ate up a storm yesterday, and I didn't feel bad or negative about myself about it. I knew exactly that's what I want to do. Most times I stress eat. I'll either make sweets because I really like to have sweets when I'm stressed, or I will just eat a bunch of stuff that I want to eat because usually I'm pretty not restrictive, but I am, how do you say? Like, I eat consciously. Like, I'm considerate in how I'm eating because I don't want to gain a bunch of weight. I mean, I've been eating the same fucking breakfast for the past like 3 years. Typically, I eat consciously, and I'm trying you know, to make sure that I'm not overeating and I'm not loading my plate up with food because I think I'm more hungry than I actually am. But yesterday, it was like, I'm in the mood for anything that's in this fridge. So I go and I'm looking in the freezer and I saw that we have these little corn dog like breakfast things, and I hadn't tried them. I recently went dumpster diving and I found those. They were still frozen, so I was like, nice. I was so excited to try them. I ate one and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. And then literally like an hour later, I got up and I was like, I actually want to have another one. So I had 2 more and I was like, that's pretty good. And then like an hour and a half later, I'm just on a frenzy at this point. I'm eating. I ate 2 more. So I had 5 corn dogs yesterday. And not for a second did I feel like, not for a second did I feel bad about myself, girl. I felt great, actually. And I could go for more. I had way more to eat, actually. I had a Danish that I bought from Giant a few days ago, a cheese Danish that I was kind of holding off on eating. I was waiting to eat that maybe until a day where I was really craving it. Crushed it yesterday. I crushed it after eating my 5th corn dog. And then I think I ate like a big bowl of like really sweet oatmeal because I was craving that, and I was like putting so much butter and so much milk and so much brown sugar in it. I mean, it was delicious, but like typically I wouldn't eat stuff like that because I try to be aware like of how much sugar I eat. I try to be aware of the things that I actually eat that would keep me full and sustain me and make me feel good about myself. So yesterday I went AWOL, and I felt great about it because it was a great way for me to just not give a for a day. That really did help me out and kind of make me feel like this is okay. I just need this day. I just need this time for myself to just sit here and not care and not worry about my problems and not want to do anything about it. And that's exactly what I did. I mean, I want to fix my problems. I want to figure out what's wrong with my car and have enough money to actually get it fixed because I want to drive my car. My car doesn't start. I want to be able to have enough money to pay rent next month. I want to be able to take Haley to the vet. I want to be able to pay off my credit card debt. I want to be able to find another job or have another like work opportunity where I'm actually not kind of miserable working there. So all this stuff that I want to fix, these problems that I want to solve, I just wanted to have a moment where it's like somebody else deal with it. Like somebody else fucking pick up the pieces, or just not look down on myself for not wanting to fix it right then and there. Today is a new day. It's a brand new day. It's 9:30 a.m. and I don't feel stressed out about my problem because generally speaking, I am focused on creating taking the little steps, creating small changes so that I can get myself out of this situation. I'm not completely stagnant where I'm just like, I don't know, like it's gonna fix itself. I'm definitely going to start applying for jobs. I think I'm gonna apply for at least 1 today. So it's like stuff where, and I'm making YouTube videos because this is something that I feel I need to do more consistently. And if I want to be able to build a channel and I want to be able at some point to make this work out for me as a viable career option, then I gotta do it. And so that's why I'm taking small steps of trying to sit down, take the time out to actually make these videos and actually upload and stuff, because the fucking videos ain't gonna make themselves. The money ain't gonna make itself. I'm not scrambling and absolutely losing my head trying to figure out I need to apply to every job that I can think of. I'm just generally aware of I have these issues. Now I know what I need to do, but I don't want to feel like I need to rush and scramble to get everything together because I'm tired of having to do that. There's something else that I definitely, so I'm not a very spiritual, let me try that again. I'm not a very spiritual person. I'm not spiritual at all, and I'm not religious either. But the way that I've kind of been thinking about my situation recently is in this one analogy. Now, stick with me. I'm going to try to make this make sense. I went to the beach recently, and maybe this is influencing me in thinking this way, but right now I feel like I'm in a really, really, really position. I think I am in a really shitty position. I only have like $600. So the way that waves kind of go, you know, where you'll see all the water pool out and it gets real shallow. Things dry up real fast and it's looking real skimpy. Like, it gets really, really shallow when the water is pulling out. And that's where I feel like I am right now, okay? But that wave is doing that so that all of the water can come and flush and flow back in, okay? So that's kind of something that I started to think of. I feel like I've heard somebody say that before in the past, where they're like, your situation is temporary, and just being really like preachy about it. But that kind of makes perfect sense for me. I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, it's just gonna resolve itself. My resources will replenish themselves and the fucking blessings are gonna be abundant. Like, I'm not talking in any jargon like that, because I just don't go about things like that. Like, I don't really generally believe in stuff like that. I feel confident that things will resolve themselves because I feel that maybe all of these problems in my life right now, you know, relating to the analogy that I just gave, with the water completely pulling out, you know, things are looking really bad for me right now. Being in this position could hopefully motivate me, which it clearly is, because I'm sitting down right now and I'm talking about it. And I'm making an effort right now to change my situation by making YouTube videos. It's mostly that I'm hopeful that I could really take inspiration from this situation and make changes in my life. So I really don't like being broke. Well, I'm gonna try to work more. I'm gonna try to find a job where I'll be able to be happy at it, and maybe it'll be more interesting for me. Or, you know, I really want to be able to have my car run well. Okay, well, I know I need like a consistent source of income. So I'm trying to find another job, but I'm also trying and I'm working harder at YouTube, because I really, really, really want this to work, and I really want social media to work for me. So all these problems in my life, and they are problems, they are issues for me, and it's making me feel sort of stressed and it's making me feel unhappy. This will kickstart me into making better decisions, into changing my situation. Not necessarily I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that you had to see that. I'm just gonna put that on my leg for now. Can't believe I just exposed myself like that. But excuse me. So not necessarily manifesting that it'll resolve itself, it'll just fix itself. I'll be okay. The wave will come back in, and money will flow into my life, and blessings will flow into my life. No, it's the fact that I don't like being in this position. So I'm gonna work and I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna put my ideas into action, and I'm gonna actually make solid, literal, real life changes, and hopefully prevent myself from getting into a situation like this in the future. Like I was talking yesterday, because I was saying a lot, like, my current situation is a consequence of the things that I've done over the past few months, of just not working enough, not being prepared for a situation like this to happen with my car, and just not being responsible in a lot of ways. I just wanted to briefly touch on that, and talk about how much food I ate yesterday, and genuinely just how good it felt. I just did not care about it at all, and it felt good to de-stress in that way and just lay down and watch YouTube. And I also wanted to touch on what I was watching on YouTube before I go. So I think I started off just by watching like some video essay, but I really just binged a lot of vlog content, a lot of videos of people who are in the position that I want to be in a way to inspire myself, and a way to also just entertain myself. I watched some vlogs from the one YouTuber, My Fam. She is really, really inspirational to me. And if you don't know, she just creates different kinds of videos where it's like vlogs, and she's a really, really young person. I think she's 21. And I don't know, her life looks fun. It looks really fun. It looks really great. And it's interesting, and it's really, really nice to see someone making such a crazy living off of being themselves. And so just watching stuff like that in a way to literally just show myself what's possible if I keep showing up and keep actually being useful in the ways that I am, and using my skills and using my traits, my personality to actually make me money would be a fucking dream, actually. And it's nice to see someone who's made that work out for themselves and they are living their dream. So I watched some of her videos, and I watched some other vlog videos of people who are influencers, and it was definitely very entertaining, but it was a lot of inspiration for me, because it's like, oh, okay, well, not necessarily their lifestyle is attainable because their lifestyle is unique to them, but this is certainly possible from just posting videos and actually offering something to people, and being someone who is influenceable. No, not someone who's influenceable. Someone who has influence. Being someone who has influence could actually be really beneficial to you, and it could actually really make your lifestyle pretty cool. So I watched some of those videos, and also I should mention, I looked at their page from oldest to newest, and just to see all of the growth that someone has, to see, okay, they have a lot of videos on their channel, and that kind of correlates with how many subscribers they have. So I got to get to posting. I got to get to showing up, and I got to get to putting myself out there, because there's no way that I'm going to gain an audience by literally not putting myself on the fucking stage. So yeah, just watching her videos it was really, really inspirational to see. She just used to post high school vlogs, what's in my volleyball bag, stuff like that, where it was this is where it started from. And that was really, really cool to see. She was just posting out of this is fun, this is something that I want to use to express myself and to connect with people who are similar to me and who come from completely different walks of life, and how her persistence in making this work out for her has just slowly became a job for her. She slowly started to get sponsors. She started to travel. She started to be able to move to different parts of the country and do all these things and have all these experiences at such a young age. It was just incredible. It was incredible. And to see one of her most recent videos and see just how grateful and just how shocked she was, and how she literally couldn't believe that she was just doing all these wild experiences. That, in all honesty, unapologetically, I will say, is the kind of wild, spontaneous, adventurous shit that I aspire to be able to do. So we'll see. If I don't and I flop, well, guess what? It literally doesn't matter. So that is just the stuff that I would be totally intrigued in doing, because I feel yes, obviously that kind of stuff is so cool. Why would you ever think that that's not possible? That's the kind of mindset that I have, is that, wow, that looks really cool. That looks really interesting. How can I get to a point where that's possible? Okay, see the steps and try to take them myself. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm gonna shut up because I have some stuff that I need to do. Can you believe I literally haven't even had a coffee yet? And I have this much to say. So yeah, I'm gonna go and make my coffee and do a few other things and get my day started pretty much. But I really thank you for watching my video. If anybody is watching me talk right now, thank you for showing up, and thank you for sitting down and just listening to me chat. Like, I really appreciate you for just supporting me by clicking on the video in the first place, if anybody even made it to this point. And if you're going through anything similar to me, I feel you. I feel you, and I'm sorry that you're in this position too. But like I said, whether you're religious, you know, whether you're spiritual, whether you're like me and you just generally try to be logical and like put things into action, just do what works best for you. Try to stay constantly, you know, grateful for what you have and what things, even if things are in a shitty position. I was gonna say try to stay constantly moving and constantly growing, but that is literally contradictory to what I did yesterday. I will say try not to be stagnant for too long. Definitely allow yourself breaks. Allow yourself to really just have some time and sit in your funk if that's really what you need. But don't let your life crumble around you because you don't feel like trying to solve your issues. You know, don't completely let things fall apart. Definitely take time for you to just have a breather and, you know, accept what has happened. But like I'm saying, it is good to try to stay constantly growing, at least constantly improving, not necessarily at such a fast rate. Like, you know, don't wreck yourself trying to figure out, oh my gosh, I gotta fix all this by tomorrow. Take baby steps, but definitely you probably will be better off to stay constantly growing and advancing. Yeah, but if you're in a situation, whether you're religious, pray. Whether you're spiritual, manifest. And, you know, or you're like me, write down a plan of what you could do and just sit and brainstorm of how you can help yourself. Ask for help. Search around and find resources and utilize the people in your life and the things that you could use to help yourself out of the situation that you're in. And just find support systems like hopefully this video could kind of generate. I don't really know if enough people are gonna watch, but I want to stop talking now. So I really appreciate you for watching my video and sticking around to the end. If you want to see more of me, at this point I've talked your head off. Subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and also give this video a like because it could really help me out with pushing the video out to other people or just supporting the video. I don't really know how YouTube works that well, but thank you, and I hope you have a really nice day, night, whenever you're watching this video. Take care. Bye.